kids, JJD here with another Craft Beer Nation quick beer review. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing St. Arnold's Divine Reserve 16. Who is St. Arnold? St. Arnold's, they bill themselves as Texas' oldest craft brewery. They're a pretty large operation here in Houston. They make a wide variety of beers in normal rotation. But the beers you really want to look for are their Divine Reserve series, which is an annual brewed once release, and their Bishop's Barrel series, which is a series of barrel-aged big beers typically. All of those beers, all their beers are good, but the Divine Reserve and the Bishop's Barrel are really exceptional typically. So what is this beer? Divine Reserve 16. This beer isn't a dam beer. A dam beer is a style, basically an almost extinct style that was very popular in Germany in the Dortmund area in the late 1800s until it basically kind of got eclipsed by lagers when Munich lagers and Dortmund lagers became popular. You can't find a lot of information about it. It's not in BJCP. You find a few clubs that have some notes on it, and some of the information is somewhat contradictory, but typically it's people will say it's an ale version of a Doppelbock, frequently brewed with either alt yeast or Kolsch yeast. It's a beer that's always an aged ale, like a stock ale, aged up to 10 years in barrels. Sometimes it's sour, sometimes it's smoky, and I think because there isn't a lot of strict style definition, the brewers have their kind of own license to do it their own way. So let's see what St. Arnold has done with this beer. As always, if you do have proper glassware, that helps. It doesn't make the beer taste any better, but sometimes it just makes you feel a little bit more self-righteous. So what does this beer look like? This beer, is a kind of dark reddish mahogany. It's actually transparent from my perspective. Viewing through the light, can't really see that, but it's not opaque at all. It's not cloudy at all. It's very clear. It appears to be well carbonated, and the head is receding rather rapidly. But what's going on with this beer here? The first thing you get is a fair amount of smokiness. I get smoke in the nose. It's very malty. Smells like quite a bit of caramel. It's a hopped beer. It's well hopped, but the hop bitterness, you're not getting really kind of strong hop aroma, but you can tell that it is a bitter beer. And you can see this head is already basically receded. So what do we got here? And by the way, this is a 10% ABV beer. It's really interesting. You get a lot of smoke on the palate, but it's not like a Rausch beer. It's not big smoke, but you get this kind of a mellow charcoal, not really bacony, but kind of a charcoal, like your neighbor's grilling out type of smoke, which is in the nose and also in the aroma. It's quite malty, which is typical of the style. It has a very dry and bitter finish, which is also typical of the style. This beer to me is not sour at all, so I don't get any soured notes. This beer was released in February of this year. I think it was only aged for a year in barrel, so doesn't have any lacto to it or anything like that. But very drinkable, very unique. I've had this beer several times. As it warms up, it really evolves, and you get kind of this like tree nut nuttiness, like molasses, a little bit of cola, and the smoke kind of winds down a little bit as it warms up. But this is a very drinkable beer. It's a very unique style. I hope more people will pick this up, similar to Goza's from a couple years ago. I think this is a very interesting approach to beer. And so if you can ever find this specific beer, Divine Reserve 16 or any other brewery making a damn beer, please try it. This beer appearance, I'd give it a 3.5. Nose, I'd give it 3.75. Flavor, probably 4. Mouthfeel, it's a little thin, little light. Mouthfeel 3.5. I would give it a strong 3.75, but it's a very unique beer, unlike probably anything you've ever had. So please search it out if you can. St. Arnold's Divine Reserve 16. Cheers, kids.